Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Tuesday, March 4th, and we are here trying to help you make better financial decisions. Maybe just plan ahead. Maybe you've got something cooking, maybe something that's lingering, and you want to just have an extra set of ears and eyes on the situation. That's where Mark and I come in. Mark is Mark Talerio, the very best executive producer in the entire world. He is a certified financial planner. I'm Jill Schlesinger. I'm also a certified financial planner. And, we really want to help you all navigate your financial journey. So if you've got a question, go to jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and write us a note. If you want to join us on the air, check the box and Mark will do everything else. Now, if you've listened to the show for a while and you're like, wow, there's a lot of really rich people who come on and you feel intimidated, may I encourage you to subscribe to our other podcast, which is called Money Watch. The Money Watch show is really going to be and has been focused on helping people build their financial blocks, meaning we know that some of the folks who come on this show, they're kind of sophisticated. You're all sophisticated. If you want to go back to basics, even if you have a lot of money, you just feel like you need a little bit of like a tutorial sometimes, head on over to the Money Watch show. You can subscribe on our website or wherever you get podcasts. And I think you'll be very pleased because it's going to be a lot of fun to go back to the building blocks for ourselves as well. Mark and I love this. So check that out. That is the Money Watch show. And we drop Money Watch episodes on Saturdays and Sundays. So if you want 7 days a week of Jill and Mark, you'll get it. All right. Now, today, let's talk to a lovely couple on the air. It's Lynn and Maria. They join us from California. Hello, you two. How are you?
We're doing well.
Oh, I love it. In sync. This is great. So who wants to talk first? Let's go. Lynn, why did you get in touch with us?
Well, hi, Jill. We got in touch with you because I'm in a sector that's shrinking. Maria is hoping to retire sometime this year. I'm hoping to retire around June of next year, so that's 2026. Mm-hmm. And we just kind of wanted to do a check-in and see how we're doing and if this is going to work for us.
This sounds like a fun thing to contemplate. So, Lynn, how old are you?
I am 59.
Okay. And Maria, how old are you?
She is 58.
Is she not speaking to us?
What happened to Maria?
Maria.
Come on, Maria. She's a little shy.
Come on, Maria. It's just us.
She's making the sauce.
Maria, when you retire sometime this year, will you be entitled to a pension?
No.
Okay. So, and neither of you will have pensions, or will you, Lynn, have a pension?
Yes, I will have. Actually, I'll have 2 pensions.
Ooh, I love 2. 2's better than 1. Tell us about both of them.
So I will have a pension from a previous job. It won't be much. If I take it at 62, it'll be about $320 a month. If I go till 65, it'll be about $400.
Okay.
My current job, I am going to leave a little early. Mm-hmm. So with the reductions for healthcare, 25% survivor benefits. I'm not going to pull the life insurance. I'm going to drop that. It'll be about $1,700 a month. And then I'll also get a little supplement of about $950 until I'm 62. So that's why I'm thinking after that ends at 62, I might pull from the other pension just to help.
Okay. Got it. All right. What else is going on for you in terms of retirement savings? So Lynn, let me just stay with you. So you gave us the 2 pensions. What about, have you saved money in retirement plans?
Yes. And would you like me to list individually or can I do it together?
You can do it together. You can do the Lynn and Maria retirement totals.
Here's our savings. So we have in our 401ks, we have about 2.8.
Whoa. Okay. I like it. There's Mark. Mark is clapping.
Applause for Mark. Thank you.
Okay. And that 2.8 is a traditional retirement, right?
Yes, we have, I would say very minimal, maybe 100, maybe 150 in Roth.
Okay.
So we're old. We didn't get to start that and we didn't want to convert.
Okay. Gotcha. What else do we have? So there's our retirement. What else?
IRA, we have about 930.
All right. 2.8, 930. What else?
HSA combo about 70.
Okay.
That's
How
it.
about brokerage?
Yeah, brokerage approximately 1.9.
Love my girls.
So we're at just about 6
We learned
million.
well. We've been listening a while. Woo!
Oh man, I love them so much. Okay, so the brokerage account is money that is all long term, meaning like I presume there's a lot of gains in that account. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What about cash in the bank?
200.
Okay. And you live in California. That's a high cost of living state. Do you own your home?
Okay. I'm going to go through property, okay?
Oh my God. Yeah, Mark, when they say property, it usually means more than one. This is exciting. Okay.
You do know your numbers, huh?
Hit me.
Okay, so we do have debt on all of the property that we have.
Okay.
So our primary home, a small a rental house, and then a duplex. So 3 properties.
And yet you only live in one. Okay. The
Yes.
primary is worth how much?
About 2.1.
You want to keep this house. Like when you retire, this is like the house you love. You want to stay in it?
So that's part of what we want to talk to you about. We love it. It's probably not the best decision to stay in it because it's in a historic district and a lot of upkeep. We love it. It's fantastic, but that's probably not where we're going to land. So
okay. What's the outstanding mortgage on that one?
About 600.
And the rental property, how much is that worth?
The duplex is about $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
And the other home is about 900.
Would either the duplex or the rental be something you'd want to move into eventually, or not? Oh boy, no, we like being. We've got Ethel Mertz and Ethel Mertz running the rentals. What an old school reference.
Kravitz's too. So.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so interesting though. So the rental and the duplex both have some outstanding debt on those.
Yes. Yeah, so our total debt is about 1.3,
including the 600 on the primary.
Yes.
Okay, so 700 over here. Okay. Do you want to sell the rental or the duplex, or are they cash flowing some nice money to you?
So yes, they are. It's about a positive 2,500 a month. When both of us retire, we'll probably sell the house.
The big house.
The rental house.
Okay. So you'll sell that. So then that rental 900. What will you clear if you sell that?
7.
Does that include the tax liability? Because if it's been a rental, then you've been depreciating it.
Yes.
Maybe 6.
So let's say 6. Let's say 6.
Okay.
What are we doing with that 6?
Traveling.
Okay.
Fun.
That's just fun. There's nothing else it's earmarked for.
No.
I don't have to buy something extra. Okay.
No.
So then when you're left with the duplex, what will the income be just from that?
About $700 a month.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot on $1 million property.
No.
You sure you want to keep it? Not sure?
Not sure.
Maybe.
Not sure.
Okay.
Maybe.
How much you guys spend?
I would say combo a month, and this is including, our taking care of our properties, our car insurance and taxes and all that.
All in.
Yeah, all in 10,700. 10,000.
Let's just say 11.
Okay.
Come on. Let's do
you
that.
love to round up.
I do. I'm an up gal. Okay. 11,000 a month. And we also know that, you will have, I'm not including, let's just not, the $950 a month supplement that you're entitled to, Lynn. I'm just kind of putting that on the side because I'm sure you're going to end up spending that on health insurance or whatever it is. But you're going to have $2,000 a month in pension income. I'm just going to do about, right? Uh-huh. And then what about your future Social Security benefits? What does that look like let's just give me the 67, the full retirement age.
So 67 is combined. It's about 8,000.
Okay. I'm obviously, Mark is laughing.
I mean, they could increase their monthly spend to $20,000 a month, and they would be fine.
Okay, they're not going to do that.
All right, we're gonna hang up now.
They're not going to do that because this is already, we understand who they are. Okay, so let's take a deep breath for a minute. You guys are married or are you partnered?
Yes.
What? Okay, you're married. Okay, so all of your estate documents are done, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah? No?
Yes.
Yes? Yes. Okay, phew. So you have a lot of money. Like I say that not like I don't want to state the obvious, and I'm going to state the obvious. So let's say you retire. Let's say you're both done like tomorrow. Like I'm giving my notice, bye, and you give someone the finger and you're like, I'm out of here. Or as we like to call it in our family, you're one bad meeting away. Like, okay, that's it. So now you're both done this year. Let's just do that. And so we know that you have this period of time until you can claim Social Security where we need to generate some money, right?
Yes.
10 grand a month. Okay. So where is that money coming from? You're wondering. So the first thing you can do is you can, if you'd like, just start pulling out of your traditional retirement accounts and nice, just nice and easy. Like it doesn't mean that you don't have to convert everything. You don't have to go crazy, but you do, you can take out 120, 130,000, whatever. You can talk to your account. You have a tax preparer, an accountant who does this with you?
Yes.
You could just say like, look, we're going to start pulling money out of retirement. We want you to know that this is so we're not going to drop down into like the lowest tax bracket in tomorrow, but we are going to be able to pull this money out. We're going to live on that money every year, and you're going to pull it out from whichever account you want, either the traditional IRAs or the retirement account. Doesn't really matter to me.
Okay.
And I would be very methodical about that, frankly, because, so on one hand, I would say to you that you should feel entitled to just, blow all your money. Do you guys have kids or no kids?
No.
No kids. Okay. So like, we don't have to worry about like finding the very best asset to leave to my children because we want them to have Roth IRAs, right? We don't really need to do that. What's your combined income right now?
So 325 plus 160.
All right. So you're like mostly in like the 24% bracket, but you drift. I presume that, with income from the rental property, it goes up to, it can go up to 32%.
Yeah.
I would be very content if I were you guys to just pull as much as I could out of my retirement account that has not yet been taxed to keep me into the 24% bracket. So one thing you might want to do after this tax year is sit down with your tax preparer, your CPA, and say, hey, we want to stay in the 24% bracket every year, at least for the next few years while we know where tax laws are. Just you have to tell us the exact amount of money we pull out to stay in the 24% bracket.
Okay.
Very easy. It's going to be, about $385,000 or so between the two of you. Now, the thing is, of course, the sale of that $900,000 rental property is going to trigger more taxes. So things will be a little hinky the first time when you sell that. Okay. Mm-hmm. But I still think you should take that money out. Mark, is there any reason why Lynn and Maria should focus on converting the traditional IRA and the traditional retirement account? Because there is, almost $4 million in those two types of buckets that have not yet been taxed. Should we deign to go all the way up to the 32% bracket where they could pull up almost like $500,000 a year?
I think I would.
You would. It's scary,
so.
Only because you guys are young and you're healthy and it's great, but you maybe not the very first year. Like maybe you just stay in the 24% for the year that you sell the rental property. Mm-hmm. But then you go up, because the reason why Mark is saying that is that the money is going to accumulate like crazy in your retirement accounts. It's really nuts. And then, like a good rule of thumb will be that by the time you have to start withdrawing money, let's say that now the 4 million is like 6 million or 8 million. Who knows? It's like, it's a long time between now and age 75, right? And if you think about it, you would be forced to take out about 4% every year from those accounts. And we don't really know what the situation is going to be tax-wise. We know that right now, like 32%, you're used to paying 32%. So maybe we just get that money out. and we try to aggressively get it out between now and the future time when you have to take those withdrawals. Here's a question to you. Do you guys have charitable inclinations?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
This Mother Teresa and her wife, Mother Teresa. Yes, of course. So another thing to consider is that, again, you're young. We have like 10 years to just get some money out, live your lives, have fun, see what life brings to you. When the time comes when you're 70 and a half, there is an ability to take some money out of your retirement accounts, but it bypasses you and it goes straight over to a charity. That's called a qualified charitable distribution. That's another way to get money out of the accounts. That said, like based on right now, that's about $108,000 a year each. So, I mean, that's a lot of money. So that's one idea. And the other idea is if you wanted to, where is your brokerage account held right now?
We have Fidelity and Vanguard.
Okay. So, I mean, Fidelity and Vanguard also have these things called a donor advised fund where you could take money from that brokerage account. Okay. This is an idea for when you sell the rental property. You could say, all right, we know we're going to have a nasty tax year, the year that we have the sale of the rental property. We could take a bunch of money from our brokerage account and we could move it into a donor advised fund. The donor advised fund you would basically be saying you take this huge charitable deduction in the year that you push the money into the donor advised fund. I mean, you could literally put like 400 grand in there if you wanted to, and you get this massive deduction. You'd have to make sure, again, you got to talk about this with the accountant because you've got a lot of moving pieces to your picture. The important aspect of this is that you can defray some of the tax bill in the year that you're going to take that big tax hit on the sale of the rental property. Okay. So that's something to consider. I think in the biggest picture, Lynn and Maria, you're about to have the time of your lives. Mark, do you want to sing that I've had the time of my life? Would you like to sing that?
I just heard that on the radio. I've been hearing that a lot.
I think Mark should sing it. I've been told.
Here he goes. The time of my life. Okay, so listen, Lynn and Maria are about to have the time of their lives. You guys, I would not, if either of you has any inkling about whether or not you should step down from your jobs, you have carte blanche. You can do it financially. You may want to do it because you like your coworkers or with this, that, and the other thing. There's nothing bad. I don't care about haircuts to your pension. It does not mean anything. You guys have done an incredible job of saving money. Just incredible. You've got over $6 million that's saved up, not to mention, the money that you have in real estate, which is amazing. And I think that what your job is that once you do retire is that you want to use the tax code to your advantage, which means you want to start pulling money out of your retirement assets at a tax rate that is reasonable to you. You're already used to paying, 24 and 32 and work with the accountant or the CPA to try to minimize the tax due on the sale of the rental property. And then I also think what you would probably be wise to do is that if you really don't think this primary is the place where you're going to spend your longer term, maybe the second half of retirement, is start looking around. There's there's no urgency, but it's kind of like having the sense like, my in-laws, they were like in their 80s and they kept talking about like, we really need to find something else. And then my father-in-law died. He was like 88 years old. And, my mother-in-law is living in this, 5-bedroom house with everything upstairs. Now, she claims that climbing those stairs every day was what got her into her 90s. But at some point, she was like, I can't do this anymore. And it was not great to have that decision at a crisis point that like, oh, my God, I actually can't do this. And so if you're more thoughtful about what you think you might need, and you talk to friends who are doing different things and, maybe it's just a different type of house. Maybe it's not, you don't have to pull up stakes and go to a whole different community, but you got a lot of equity in that house, got a lot of equity in the duplex. You can get whatever you want. You should be thoughtful about it and get ahead of it. And that is the only thing that I think you guys really need to do.
Okay. That's awesome.
How are you feeling?
Good. Excited.
Yes.
Excited. Thank you.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, we feel really accomplished. And
keep us posted. Let us know if there's anything that you need along the way. welcome to the next phase of your lives. We're very happy for you and everybody else listening. If you are contemplating whatever the next phase is, by the way, there are plenty of people like Lynn and Maria who come on the program. They don't have as much money, but they live within their means. You don't need to have $6 million. You don't have to be the $6 million women. They're like the bionic women, right? You don't need all that money to necessarily reach whatever goals you have in mind. But if you need some assistance, kind of working through the numbers and trying to help you think about what are the next steps, get in touch with us. Just go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, check the box if you want to come on the air live. You can change your names. Shh, Lynn and Maria, not their real names. And don't forget that you can always just, make it very easy. We can change facts if you're a little freaked out. So don't worry about that. You can subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. And hey, check out our Money Watch podcast, which drops on Saturdays and Sundays. You can also subscribe to that on the Odyssey app. Try to lift someone up. I'm going to tell you something. Lynn and Maria, we just lifted them up. I'm excited. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.